Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.
Welcome back to Times Square. Kevin McCullough, glad to have you with us. That Kevin Show. And my next guest is someone who joined us early on as a candidate for the Senate nomination for the state of New Jersey. She came ever so close and spent much less money to do it than the one who ended up getting the nomination. Curtis Bashaw is the Republican nominee for Senate in the state of New Jersey, but she is fighting the fight regardless, and she's doing everything she can to get America First principles elected to office. And it is my joy and honor to welcome back Christine Serrano Glasner. Hello, lady.
Hello, Kevin. So happy to see you again.
Good to have you back. You seem a little bit none the worse for the wear after a kind of tough nomination battle. How you holding up?
Oh, terrific. You know, it's for me, I'm very resilient. I bounced back the next day and I got to work because what's important to me is the United States, the families of the United States, and New Jersey. This is what's important. And these are we need to make changes. We need to repair things for the people. And so that's my goal. That's what I'm working on.
Well, for the purposes of this conversation, we did not speak a great deal about your elected office, but you are a mayor and you have been very busy in the public eye of serving constituents for a while. And you also have this kind of ability to reach the America First voters in your state that really no one else has reached in very significant ways. What are your immediate intentions? What's your goal? What are you going to be doing for the next few months?
Well, Kevin, instantly people were calling and texting me and asking me to come and speak with them. And so I've been out speaking with groups. I'm on the phone constantly, and I'm pulling people together to make sure that we continue to get our voters out, but that we're also reaching out to other communities. And so I'm doing a lot of that as well. I'm going to speak at churches. I'm all over the place because people want to hear exactly what the plan needs to be for this country and how we protect families, how we protect our young adults and our senior citizens. They all want to feel like they have a future. And right now, with this inflationary economy and the loss of safety in this country, people aren't feeling that. And so I'm focused on that, and I'm going to make sure that, that's what we deliver for people.
It's so kind of prescient that you said what you just exactly said, because I don't think that I told you that my syndicated column last week for Town Hall gave 3 specific ideas that Trump and the entire Republican ticket can win with coast to coast. And they are this: protect our safety, protect our money, and protect our kids. Mm-hmm. Safety involves border security. It involves backing the blue. It involves reducing crime. It involves being tough on wrongdoers, but certainly shutting down the border. Money, cut taxes, cut regulations, and get those tax cuts that Trump put into place made permanent, long-term, including the child tax credit, and certainly protecting children, everything from the womb to keeping boys off of girls' high school athletic teams, locker rooms, and showers. These are all things that people care very, very strongly about. And Christine, one of the things I'm noticing, and you and I are both from a more blue part of the country than many of those that would be watching or listening, is that there's independents and there's center left people that care about all 3 of those things in amazing, abundant numbers. And they're very disenchanted with what's been going on thus far.
Well, and Kevin, as a woman, as a mom, and as a mayor, I know how women feel. And women feel very deeply about these issues, especially the economy, because often in their families, they're the ones that manage the budget. And if you're a single mom, obviously you're the one who's managing the budget. And so being able to continue to buy groceries for children, for families that are growing, to pay for your energy costs that have gone through the roof, and to continue and provide for your family's future. Or if you're a senior citizen, your own future, it's become really scary for people, and they want to see some relief. They need to see some relief because they're not able to save. And so from that perspective, and the other thing that's really important to women right now is safety. We are seeing our young women, and it breaks my heart. And every time it happens, I literally cry They are being raped and they are being murdered because of this open border. And our Biden administration could care less. Joe Biden has blood on his hands to have 12-year-old Jocelyn, a young girl, a baby, murdered and raped. And what I'm hearing is that she was tortured for a couple of hours first. Laken Riley, haven't forgotten about her. This has to be addressed now. I was just reading this morning. ISIS. There are 50 ISIS members that they led into this country, and they have no idea where these people are. So that's a grander safety issue. But from women's perspective, we want to see safety returned. And we want to know that our daughters have a fair future. And right now, many women are not feeling that way. There was a poll that came out recently, and there have been big drops in numbers of women that have voted for Biden in the past. And he doesn't have the numbers that he used to have. Guess where those people are going? They're heading over to Trump. And we know that President Trump will restore the policies that he had in place, especially for women. And so that's part of why I'm going to make sure that everybody is out there voting, and especially the folks that feel disenfranchised, and they understand exactly what President Trump is going to deliver for them.
Well, it's kind of interesting because obviously the debate this last week kind of highlighted the frailty versus the strength of the two candidates and kind of the distinct policy positions, which are clear. But do you remember, if you rewind the tape all the way back to the very first day that Trump announced for 2016, it was in sometime in 2015 when he announced, and he came down the escalator, and the media absolutely savaged him for saying that illegal immigration is bringing murderers and rapists and criminals into our country. And he didn't say immigration, he said illegal immigration. And what we have seen, we're seeing it now almost on a weekly basis, is the name and face of a young daughter, a young woman who is being raped and murdered. And almost entirely, these cases have been illegal immigrants that have been involved. The media won't apologize to him now, but surely women are seeing that President Trump was right and that what we have done is just an anathema to what America should be doing.
Well, Kevin, the mainstream media, they will not even say these young women's names. They're just numbers to them. And women are listening to that and paying attention. Yeah. They are human beings. They're young women. Jocelyn, Laken. There's a number of other names. I could go on and on. We have to humanize this situation again. And, it's not good on the other side either. People that are trying to get into this country are being murdered, are being raped. Children are being trafficked, sex trafficked. It's a bad situation all around. Biden could have done something about it. In the first 100 days that he was in office, he executed 94 executive orders, 94. And yet when it came time now in this past year to do the same thing and use his powers to fix the border, he claimed he didn't have the power to do so. Only Congress could do so. If he could do so in the beginning, he could do it now. He had the power to mess it up. That's for sure.
Stick around for more of That Kevin. Next, That Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.